Oh, I'm over here now. What is going on, YouTube? You are on the lifeboat. This is Captain Calhoun speaking. We are about to embark on an art-filled journey, and it has been difficult setting this up. I need to streamline this thing. I tell you what, I took some packing tape out and taped my camera to this light so that it doesn't fall off when I bump it again. Anyways, that being said, I think it's optimal. I think it's going to be just fine, and I think we're ready to go. How is everyone? Check it out. Who's in here? Kristen Melinda, other restrained. Jeremy Fowler. Holy crap, he's doing it. Finally, right? I hope it was worth the wait. Let's see. Let's find out. Give me just a second. Eternally running behind. It's all my fault. Sammy Australia, hello. Kristen Melinda. Annika. Miss you, dude. Checking in from the work week. Work week from hell. The last few days I've had were insane. My speech went well, though. Well, that's good. I'm glad your speech went well. At least there's that. Hopefully, your work week gets better, dude. I'm sorry. Kate Christie. RSM. Yo, okay. I feel as if I've kept you waiting long enough. I don't know if I'm loud enough either. Maybe this is a better position for the mic. How about that? 5x5? Thanks for your patience. And, I think, you see that? That's exactly what we don't want, folks. I'm going to get a professional art studio. Don't even trip. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be in the other room right back there. And now this camera sucks, huh? They have to be like this, otherwise the light blinds it out. I don't remember how we did it the first time with this setup, but I really liked it. This is what it is, yo. This is it. I'll come over here to talk to you, and then we'll paint. So I'm thinking we're going to start out with some bold lines, and we're going to do this backwards. We usually do the background and move forwards. We're going to do the foreground and move backwards. All right, let's get some easel going. Get some paint going. This it's interesting. This little table I have this on, this little art setup on, is, what is it, a hexagon? 2, 4, 6, yep. And I had a round, squat little table that had a cabinet on the inside with like a glass top that was made out of wood in Utah. And when I was still using it, I wasn't doing too good. And one day I destroyed it. I absolutely annihilated this wonderful end table that I had that had, storage space on the inside. And it's weird, when I was moving out here, I was the last day of my storage unit, because I had stuff in storage for a little while before I moved it all in here. By the dumpster at the storage was sitting this thing and this table over here behind me, both of which were things I used to own, but either the table I left in Utah because it wouldn't fit, and this thing I destroyed when I was angry and in my disease. So I'm really happy, and it's ironic that both the things came back to me in different forms. This one doesn't have a nice glass top, but arguably it's cooler because it has double doors instead of one. But regardless, let's get to painting, huh? So I don't want black as my bold lines. I've decided. And I don't want it to be like a neon color either. So I think we're going to go just with like a light brown, or like maybe a light blue or something like that, like a gray blue, maybe that. We'll mix some gray with some blue or something. We'll start there. Let's go gray and cerulean and see what happens. Wait a second. Let me think about this palette though. Thinking about palette. Thinking about palette. Something tells me okay, scratch that. We're gonna go with baby blue. We're gonna try and make the lightest, babiest blue possible. And we're gonna go ahead and probably utilize. Oh, we still have some white here. I was gonna say I have a brand new giant container of white that was sent to me. Pretty sweet, but we still have some of this old white we're gonna use. All right, a little bit of blue, a little bit of white. Everything will be all right. Ton of white. That's just fine. This camera, okay, this camera's right here. Got to get used to the new camera setup. And I've been slacking, haven't been painting, so gonna have to get back in the groove. Back in the groove. Too much white in here. That's okay though. That's okay though. Now it's all thick. That's what happens sometimes. And maybe I should slow down. I don't know. I can't be a master artist in like a snap of the fingers, so I might as well take my time and have fun. Well, I really want some stiffer brushes. That is on my list. Thought to myself, what if I just don't wash these ones? They'll get stiff. I don't think that's the kind of stiff we want. I have another idea for this camera. Well, that's not half bad. The way I had it before, you could see me on both cameras when I was painting. I'm enjoying one of those non-alcoholic beers I was telling you guys about, Athletic Brewing Co. I don't want to trigger anybody, but this is what they look like, and they don't contain alcohol. Pardon me, less than 0.5%. That's kind of whack, but whatever. I don't know. Yeah, makes me feel all right about drinking it. Is what I mean to say. Doesn't really make me feel anything. Although I will say, hops, which is the main ingredient that's not alcohol in beers, is quite a. They make like hops tea and stuff. Hops does make you feel good. The good feeling that you get from drinking is not the alcohol; it's the hops, 100%. Alcohol is a depressant. It doesn't make you feel good. It makes you feel lower, right? I mean, I don't know. Um, we could break down the effects of substances all day and probably not agree, right? And say that euphoria is the. Anyways, I digress. I think that hops are pretty cool. What am I even going for here? Let's smooth these out. Hmm. Gonna mix up some more blue into this large amount of white that I've put in here, just to kind of keep it going. I kind of wanted this to like squiggle, but I don't know if I have the confidence to squiggle just right. So I'm gonna make it a big fat straight line. I'm gonna go ahead and give into my fear, but I'm gonna be conscious as I do it. Right? I'm gonna be conscious of me running from the challenge, at least in this instance. So maybe next time I don't have to. I don't have to back down. Maybe next time I'll squiggle just right, or I'll at least go for the attempt. Right? This is two different blues. Whatever. Who cares? I can't decide if I want to go back out with the bottom or straight down all the way. I guess this painting is more about concept than anything. I want to go about making this one completely differently than I went about making the other ones, right? So it's not really about what it is. In fact, I don't even know what it is. I just kind of have some images and some geometry in my head, right? It might not be just shapes or whatever when we're all done, but I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know that I'm going about it completely different than I did before, and I'm just kind of trusting the process, and we're gonna see what happens. I wonder how Picasso came up with his methodology, because there's got to be a method to his madness, even though to us it's purely madness, right? I wonder, how does a genius find his genius in the madness, right? Because they say there's a very fine line between genius and madness, eh? So I just, thoughts that live in my head rent free, yo. I guess these don't have to be perfectly straight either. Do I want it to stop there? Oh no. I guess we don't really need. Well, yeah. Let's layer this. Why not? Let's layer it. We're gonna put a different color here, but I need some water. That's why it's so scratchy. My angle's all right. Not really. Not really. gonna take a second after I finish this because we're pretty much out of this blue, and I'll come hang out, talk to the chat, see what's going on, and then we'll while we let it dry, we'll come back with some other color, do some other things. Hmm. Okay, let's see what's going on over here. Got multi cameras. Crafty Witch, what's going on? Sammy Australia. I do like a good baby blue, Jeremy. I tell you what. That's funny you say this, Kristen. Kristen says my grandparents would get non-alcoholic beer for my older brother as a teenager so he could feel grown up. I tell you what, it definitely makes you feel a part of to have a beverage in your hand, just like everyone else, you know? It really does. Before I discovered Athletic, I would sometimes do Buckler. I thought Buckler was a pretty good company. But I have to say, Athletic tastes so much better. Sherry Allen, what's going on? Looking good in green. Heck yeah. Welcome aboard. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's I want to just paint a bunch, but it's not dry. I think I'm gonna mix up some more blue because, well, even if the angles aren't what I want, maybe we should put some other stuff down anyways. We're gonna put some paint on it. We're gonna put some paint on it. That's for sure. Tell you what. Okay, let's see. Let's try not to blind everyone, huh? Let's go with a orange, like a light orange. Well, I guess we'll come back with the darkness later, right? We'll keep it light for now. Maybe it doesn't have to be all intentional. So I'm putting some orange down, and I think I'm gonna mix it with lemon yellow, which is this crazy weird lemon looking yellow. Just a bit though, just a tiny bit of the yellow. We'll see what this looks like. Why is this in there? That's not what I was using. That's weird. Is this what I was using? No. No, this is what I was using. Okay, okay, who cares? Whatever. Getting confused. Sometimes I do that. That's not what I want. Bust out the white, I guess. Immediately not the color I'm looking for. Left hand. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Okay. That is a lot better. Like a creamsicle, like an orange creamsicle, you know? Except now I want to put more of that yellow in, I think. No, let's try this. Let's try this orange creamsicle. Let's see what this looks like. It's all like not dry and stuff. messing stuff up. Man, that light exposure is terrible. What is that from? Sorry, guys. Troubleshoot it later. I feel like I'm missing the essence of acrylic on this one, but we've only just started. So I'll try not to get down on myself right out the gate. Sometimes the left hand is definitely more suited, even though I'm not left-handed. I still want to try some mixed media and like draw like some lines, some like just like outline stuff to make it look more defined. Kind of play with that. A lot of ideas, lots and lots of ideas. So many, so it's already hard to decide. Imagine that. Yeah, there's definitely plenty more chances to ruin it. That's for sure, Jeremy. 100%. Might as well go for the gusto, huh? We're going to want a lot more of this creamy orange, I tell you what. A ton more. Oh, it's in my hair. Look at that. You can't really tell, huh? But it's orange now. I mean, I guess it was already kind of orange. Not that orange, though. Son of a gun. And you know what? I really miss already caring less, right? I miss already just letting it go and flow. And I thought that was the point of this one. I'm going to go ahead and remember that right this second. The purpose will reveal itself. The subject of my ire will reveal itself as the painting reveals itself. A little smudge, whatever. What song is that? Dun, 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 dun. Well, now I guess we decide if we mix up more of that orange color to do this, or if we decide this isn't done and needs other things first, right? And then maybe it's a different color entirely. I don't know. Is this going to be our background? Or is this the foreground? I'm not entirely sure. Now, initially, I'm going to need more of this blue, that's for sure. We'll start there. Put some of that blue down, put some of the white in it. So much. That was a lot. Spent my whole life waiting on you. Drag me to the bottom. Okay. Makes the pain more real. Spent my whole life waiting on you. Something never healed. Wish I remembered all those words. This side is going to keep getting wider if I don't just slow down. There we go. That ain't bad. Is that my hair? Is that my hair again? That one's blue. Really need to think about what I was visualizing. Maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, I just got paint on my face. Sweet. That's my favorite. Yeah, maybe we just don't care. Maybe we do let's go ahead and put a different color on here. I want either yellow or purple. I think I want like a pink purple. We haven't used like any of this perm blue violet. In fact, it's unopened, so I know we've used none of it. Look at this beautiful color. It's not in focus. Perm blue violet. 0568. Yeah, I'm stepping on a thumbtack we can use. And let's put it in the yellow. Okay. We're going to put a little bit of this pink on top of that. Just a wallop. Mix that up, see what happens. And you know, I think we're going to use the same brush we were just using. pink was not enough to really do anything. It's far too dark of a purple than what I'm picturing. Let's steal some of that blue, huh? Getting closer to what I'm thinking. Drake just sounds different now. I'm gonna have to start taking his songs off these playlists. At this time, at this point in time, if I do listen to the Drake song, I'm just telling myself it's for research purposes. But the more and more I do research, the more and more I like want to stop. If that makes sense. Okay, we're just skipping this one. At the very least, that song never was good anyways. I don't know why it's on there. Well, ASAP Rocky. Okay, we could do that. Just shuffling. I have one master playlist, one list to rule them all. And it just has all the songs that I hit like on, which is a fair number. So it'll just kind of shuffle through everything that I listen to. What the heck are we making here? Ooh, I have another announcement. Um, so right now, I don't know if this will make sense to everyone or not, but we usually are streaming through a third-party program called StreamYard. There are a bunch of companies that do this, but there are some, camera, audio. There's all kinds of factors when it comes to streaming, like connecting your streaming software, blah blah blah. Sorry, guys. Oh, geez, that's probably sickening for you all. I'm sorry. Um, blah blah blah, right? You basically pay a company to do all the finer points of the stream. I can now stream manually. I can do all of it myself. So that being said, I don't think that affects anything for the lifeboat. But I do have the ability to like ultimately edit this layout. Like I have two screens, right? And then we got the comments popped up on front. I can put everything anywhere and I can put anything I want on the screen now because I can do it all. I can do it all manually. This stream right this second is not set up that way, right? We're using StreamYard right this moment. But I just wanted to make that announcement moving forward. We are definitely not limited by not knowing how streaming works. I guess with that comes the admission that we were learning this whole time, right? But no, yeah, obviously. Doing it manually is still quite complicated, but it affords you the ability to do anything you want. It's basically like a digital blank slate, and I can put whatever I want on it with the proper clicking. which is kind of cool. Kind of cool. I was playing with it yesterday. Some of the audio is still giving me problems. I'm getting like echoes on my playback when I was doing some recording tests. So we'll keep working on that. Hmm. Hmm. Other restrained? What do you mean by the group stream? Like where we all get together and paint together? Absolutely. We can do that with a number of different ways, but everyone will just need their own camera and mic setup. The hardest part about that, like really the sole challenge I feel like with that is everyone's going to have their own unique audio and video issues that we're all going to experience simultaneously. So there might be a certain way to go about it. Like for example, Discord is probably the best way to do that because Discord, the way that the program itself works, it may be held together with toothpicks and bubblegum, but the way that their audio filtering and stuff works is very good. It's very, very good. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a good thought. I almost did that to the center, but I kind of like it. When it's making that dry, scratchy noise, I don't like it, but sometimes you just kind of gotta paint like that, I guess. The smorgasbord of colors. I'm kind of wondering what the heck I was thinking, because it's still eluding me. What was this for here? Maybe it was to try these techniques and stuff. No, it's not terrible. That's my negative self-talk right there. It's not terrible. Hey man, it's looking pretty good. I don't know. You could say a lot of things. It's not terrible. Doesn't seem like the coolest thing to say to yourself. Upon further preponderance, preposterous. Have a great day, Jeremy. What's up, Scooby? How you doing? Good to see you. How you doing, by the way? Only I was as good at giving up on drugs and alcohol as I was at giving up on everything else in my life. It's a thought that I just had, man. I've given up so much, given up on so many things that I'm now coming back to as a 32-year-old man. You know, if I could have just given up drugs and alcohol long ago, I don't know. It doesn't do well to dwell in the past, right? But interesting thought. Interesting thought. I was willing to give up all these things that I cared about and loved so much, just for this thing that I ended up wanting to get rid of anyways, right? Weird, huh? Strange. Life is strange. I wonder what the proper way to handle stuff like this is, where I can't keep it perfectly in the lines, right? Do I come back after it dries with like the blue color to even out the one side of it, right? To make it look proper? I wonder what the most effective way. I'm sure everyone has their own different techniques, right? I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. Having many ideas. Did I say many? I meant to say many. So these are all pretty light neon-y colors, right? Our darkest color is probably this weird purple blue stuff I've got. It looks blue purple to my naked eye, but when I look at the video footage on my screen, it looks blue. That could be my screen. It could look different for you. I don't know, but it's pretty purpley on mine. And there's like some pink streaks through this too, which also I can't see on the camera end. But you know, also this and this are a different shade of purple than the rest of it, which also isn't showing up very well on the camera, which is weird. I wonder if, I mean, obviously the eyeball is just a much more complicated and quality camera, right? I think I'm going to come back with some dark colors though, right? Or maybe not even colors, just come back with some black or something, or brown, or I don't know, but I want to come back with a darker and kind of give it more form now, right? This is kind of like amorphous. I want to come back and define what we're looking at here. Because it's kind of like I can't tell if this is a sunburst or a giant tribal bear paw picture or something, right? And then we just got this huge red pink splotch and we got like a slash through and there's a kind of like a sound wave or something over here. I don't really, who knows, right? Who knows? Is it a coral reef? It could, darn well could be, you know what I mean? So I definitely have something in my head and this isn't it, but it could be it, right? We just got to work on it some more. So I think that is the proper move. I think this is exactly what I wanted to accomplish today. I don't feel bad about it. Although I tell you what, I think when it comes to this orange, when the orange takes its final form, I want it to be like creamy, bright, uniform, in your face. I don't want to see all this weird, or maybe I do, but I want it to look a certain way, all these like brush strokes. So I'm thinking I'll just like put it on thick. I don't really know, but something. We're gonna put on a couple layers of that orange whenever we decide what the boundaries of it are. '80s and '90s teen. I mean, the '80s had some of the best music ever. I'm a huge fan of the '80s music. And '90s was a weird time. I feel like '90s comedies are like really strange. You guys seen Swingers with Vince Vaughn, one of Vince Vaughn's earliest flicks? So it's funny, I guess, but it's just '90s stuff was so different and weird. I guess that's not necessarily a comedy either, though, even though it is. Some of it is. And I was born in the '90s. I'm not just a hater. I will say sometimes I'll throw like a flannel or a jacket on around my waist and tie it to remind myself of the '90s. Go on a nice hike with a little fleece wrapped around my waist. Hmm. Maybe I should get into sketching, guys. I have so many ideas. I feel like it would be easier to sketch them out. Although painting is so cool. All right, maybe that is it today. Maybe that is it today. All of that was just so whimsical. Here, I'm going to adjust the camera. Shut your eyes if it's jarring. Sorry. Where's the. There we go. Adjustments. Adjustments. Andrew B, what's going on, dog? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Oh, now my mouse is on a strange surface. Yeah, I was picturing like if anyone's played the OG StarCraft video game, StarCraft Brood War, in the campaign, you'll like the game loop is it'll like put you on this screen where like characters are talking to each other, and when I say characters, like their portrait will pop up, like a picture of their face, and their face will like kind of move a little bit. But this game came out in the '90s, so there wasn't like today, right? But before each mission, you're in this like briefing room. It's just like a screen, and then like all the people like are coming on these TV screens, and they're all talking to each other about what's about to happen. And depending on what team you play, exactly, power overwhelming. If you play the Zerg, which is one of the alien races you can play as, the briefing room is like this spawning pool. It's like a pit of liquid. And there's like all these like organic alive surfaces and ridges like going down into it. So with the orange, I was trying to make like little ridges, and then that pool in the middle, that purpley, it was supposed to be like a spawning pool, but I didn't want to like come out and say I want to draw a spawning pool because I knew it wasn't going to look like a spawning pool when I was done. So I'm going to try and either turn this into something else or double down and see if I can make that happen. Obviously, it went a very different direction than Zerg. So whatever. ASMR side channel cap. So I don't fully understand ASMR. Like I know it's sounds, right? And aren't they supposed to be relaxing? But then there's like men at work ASMR. Like that's not going to relax me. Does it relax some people? I don't. Maybe I'll do some research on it. But I remember Dad was telling me that he was getting an ASMR thing together. the longest time ago, and he was serious about it, and it never happened. I wonder what happened. Autonomous sensory meridian response is a subjective experience characterized by low grade euphoria. It has that in quotes. This is Wikipedia, so, at your own risk, and a tingling sensation on the skin, often triggered by specific auditory or visual stimuli. Interesting. What does ASMR sound like? Well, here's the thing. It could sound like pretty much darn anything. It's definitely an interesting topic. I'll say that. You fall asleep to Bob Ross paintbrush sounds? Ooh. Crafty has a good ASMR voice. 3D printers, I do like that sound a lot. I guess it could be a lot of different sounds. Crush it. What's going on, dude? This was probably my favorite thing the guy would say. You must construct additional pylons. It's like, I know that. I'm trying, and like moving as fast as I can. This game was a real-time strategy game, so if you were like behind on anything, you were losing. So the enemy team was not behind on what you're behind on, so they're going to show up with a bigger army in any second. So when the announcer would tell you you need more stuff, it was pretty stressful. ASM artist? Ooh, wow, I see what you did there. I like that. That's fun. It's literally always saying that you must construct more supply depots. Must spawn more overlords. Yeah, the Zerg Rush. Finding out how to survive a Zerg Rush was the first lesson. And that lesson often went on for a very long time. Just dying over and over to Zergling rushes. Then you're like, I could do that. That's easy. You play Zerg a few rounds, you're like, this is not easy. All right. That being said, this has been painting today, guys. Thanks for joining me. We're going to go ahead and do this again on Wednesday. Maybe tomorrow we'll do some true crime, middle of the day. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow we'll do something else. Maybe it'll be guitar and not true crime. But I feel like 2 a day this month is what I should be shooting for. Sizzling food and storms. I feel like the sizzling food without the smell isn't the same for me. Those are nice sounds, though. Like, I tell you what, rain on a tin roof is something special. Any sort of thunderstorm, though, is really, really nice to listen to. I love it. That's so funny, Flick. You're definitely among your people for sure. All right, y'all, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference. Got purple on me. And yeah, check out the Admiral later today. I'll be back in the morning with some recovery-based stuff. We finished self-sabotage, so you guys, is there anything that you guys are struggling with? Is there a topic that you guys want me to cover, or should I just do my thing tomorrow morning? Yeah, please post Crafty's channel. Please do. Finding community in real life. This is something that I am not succeeding in right now, but it's totally by choice. So maybe I do have answers and I can share them with you. Anyways, I hope so. Thanks for saying that, Andrew. I really appreciate you, man. Life in general, says Flick. I think this is a good one. Other restrained. And you know, I'll give you a sneak preview right now. It all comes down to your passions, right? It all comes down to the stuff that you're into, and then going to places where those things are happening, right? Getting involved in something. You might need to, you know, put yourself in a community. You most likely will have to go outside of your comfort zone, right? It's a great topic. I like that. Maybe we'll do this tomorrow. Wow, three, one, two, three, four. Oh, we're talking about pylons again. So three of you though, that's it's definitely an apt topic. That's like 20% of the people here. Not exactly, but close enough. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and lol, oh my pylons. It's been so long. That was definitely like my first like fall in love game for sure. I played a little bit of X-Wing flight simulator before that, but StarCraft was one of the originals. But yeah, maybe we'll do. That's a good topic. We'll do that tomorrow. Community IRL. Um, that's obviously what we need, right? Here's Crafty Witch's channel. If anyone's interested, go check her out. Show her some love. She has a wonderful ASMR voice. Did you have the joystick, Andrew? My grandpa had the whole setup. I was definitely grandpa hooked me up, you know? He had the joystick. There was like buttons on the side of the joystick and like obviously on the joystick, so I could like change my shields from the joystick and everything, dude. It was so cool. It was the coolest thing ever. I remember they came out with one where you could play as the TIE fighters and stuff too. I was sold. I was done. I was into it. Playing the TIE fighter all day long. The sounds those things make. Oh my. Your uncle had a setup? Heck yeah. Thank God for grandpas and uncles, huh? Yeah, rule number one, don't die. All right, guys, this has been Calhoun's Bob Ross Hour on the Lifeboat. Thanks for stopping by. You guys be good to yourself today, all right? We'll see you tomorrow.